Fellas, you know Degree Cool Rush deodorant, right? Well, last year they changed the formula, and guys were mad about it. One dude even started a petition. So guess what? Degree heard us, admitted they messed up, and brought the original Cool Rush scent back exactly how it was. And it's in Walmart, Target, and other stores now for under $4. So grab some and remember why its cool, crisp, and fresh scent made it the #1 men's antiperspirant for the last decade. Degree Cool Rush is back, and it smells like victory for all of us.
Don't you love it when things are both easier and more affordable? Like when the rain washes your car for you. Or like when you save up to 10% by bundling your renters and auto insurance with USAA. Bundle with USAA and start saving. Get a quote today.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to High School Hoops with your hosts, Steve Collins and Jake Steger.
Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast today. This is a special one. I have never done a podcast quite like this, but I'm going to today talk about Hoops Blueprint. It is something that Coach Van and I have been working on for, it seems like years, but at least 6 months, if not longer. So I'm going to explain what that is. And then I'll explain what's happening this week if it interests you. But I'm going to do it kind of hopefully a little bit of a deep dive here and talk about the Hoops Blueprint. So before I jump into that, I'd like to give a big shout out to our two sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish, the #1 shooting machine on the market. Mention Coach Unplugged and get $350 off. And then also brought to you by teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. It's a one-stop shop for basketball coaches. If you're looking for a mentor, if you're looking to work on your craft, this is the place that you want to be. So go over and check it out, teachhoops.com. Like I said, it's Netflix for basketball coaches, but even better than that. So, all right. So what am I talking about in terms of a Hoops Blueprint? So before I dive into that, I was just listening to a podcast. I think it was a podcast or it might have been something else, but I was listening to about how, airline pilots and how surgeons and all of them, 100 years ago, I think it was like at the turn of the century, you basically needed to become a doctor. You needed a high school diploma and 1 year of medical school. And then, 30 years later, you need to go to the 4-year medical school. And now to be a doctor, you basically need to go to undergrad, you need to go to medical school, you need to go to specialty. And then a lot of people even do residencies after that and stuff and specialize. The specialization has gotten unbelievable. And the same thing with airplane pilots. The specialization is kind of gone off the map. So how are there mistakes? Like how do plane crashes? How do surgeons make mistake and, leave a sponge in a person or, do the wrong thing? Well, it's because, they've specialized to such a point, but to master something, you really kind of need a blueprint, no pun intended, or a checklist to kind of walk you through exactly what you need to be successful at it. So Coach Van and I decided to get together and do a webinar this week. We're doing it on Thursday, and we are going to deep dive. My guess is it will take an hour or two to kind of deep dive. We'll have a lot of great giveaways, a lot of things to make it worth your time, because I know how time is possibly the most precious thing you have as a human. And we are we definitely realize that. So we'll give you lots of great things and just for showing up and listening. But we're gonna dive into becoming a basketball coach. We're gonna dive into what the blueprint should look like to be a basketball coach. And at the end of it, we'll have a little special offer for you for people that love this podcast and love all the stuff that we do. But it's only going to be this Thursday. So if you're interested in it, the registration is down at hoopsblueprint.com. It will be going live on Thursday. So make sure that you register and get in so that you can learn all the things it takes to become a better basketball coach. There's nothing I'm going to tell you right now what we are going to do on Thursday and what we are going to talk about on Thursday. I've been around this game for 30 years. I've seen nothing like this on the web. I've seen nothing like this, never seen anything. It's unbelievable. And you can thank the pandemic for it. You can thank me not having a basketball season. You can thank lots of things for this occurring. But this is going to be one of those events that you're not going to want to miss. You're definitely going to want to be around and make sure that you sign up for Hoops Blueprint. So www.hoopsblueprint.com. I will put it down below so you can click on it so you don't have to worry about finding it, especially if you're on the treadmill right now. Focus straight ahead, or if you're driving the car or anything like that. But make sure you come and join us on Thursday. You will not be disappointed. So tomorrow we'll be back to our regular scheduling program, but I just wanted to jump in and show you what a Hoops Blueprint is. Because if you think about it, you don't build a house unless you have a blueprint. Hopefully you don't build a basketball team or basketball program without a checklist or a blueprint. So that's how Coach Van and I came up with the name. We think you'll love it, and we hope to see you on Thursday. Have a great day.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.